Alright folks, this is the Monoprice Mini Delta 3D printer. And if you, like a lot of people, you have problems setting it up using the software Cura. So this video is going to show you how to get the printer set up and going, and how to set up the software on Cura to get good prints. Alright, so before starting to set up the software, what I do suggest first is you take the micro SD card that came with the unit, which is this little fellow right here, and you insert it into the side here, this little slot here. After doing that, you go through the menu, which are the guy of these three buttons right here. This selection button, this is the up and down, which will take you left and right. So right now we're already set on print, so we're good. You select print, and then it's going to be the top file. The top file is auto00.g. That's the file you want to print. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Now the print's going to go through the warm-up cycle where it gets to, I believe it's at 200 something degrees. It says it right on the screen. I just can't see it from here because I'm kind of going from memory. So once it heats up, you're going to see what it looks like when the print starts up. It'll go through and it'll test all three of these points. There are tactile buttons under these to make sure they're under these to make sure it's calibrated correctly. So it's going to go through and it's going to touch the tip of each one of these. If you can hear that click, it's going to click each one, let you know that it's calibrated, and then it's going to start in the center and work its way to start the print. But let's go ahead and let it go down. But before it does the whole print, I'm going to cancel it before it does the whole thing. And there we go. And it starts up. If it touches all 3 points and starts to fine, you know you have everything set up correctly. Alright? And if it's not set up, you will hear these noises. Alright, now that you guys see what it looks like when the sequence starts up correctly, and what it looks like when it starts up wrong, let's move over to the computer, and I'll show you guys all the steps to get your Cura set up correctly to get good prints out of this puppy. First thing you want to do is open your browser and go to the Cura Ultimaker website and download version 3.2.1. Now you don't have to try to memorize any of these links. I'm going to put in the description below. All right. So of course, install the software. Go through all the normal steps. Everything, all the default settings are fine. You don't have to change anything. Just continue to hit next and let it install. Once the installation is complete, go ahead and hit finish so it can launch the program and leave that part checked. You need to let the program launch at least once. So this add printer part, just go ahead and click custom and then go ahead and select add printer so it'll allow you to actually close the program. Alright, now that the program's closed, you're going to go to this other website. I'll put in the link in the description below, and you're going to download the zip file from the top. The profile that says profile for version 3.2.1. Extract up in the profile, and it's going to give you a link directly to the folders you need to access. So go ahead and click on those 2 shortcut links to open those folders. What I like to do is go ahead and drag them to the side, keep both folders open. That way I can copy and paste the needed content, the necessary content into both of those folders. So now that both folders are open, make your way back to where you extracted the files at, which should be in your download folder. Those 3 folders at the top that don't have the shortcut indications, right click and copy those 3 folders and paste them in the first one, and then move over. The second will ask you to override it and hit replace the files. Now that both profiles are in there, you can actually open up the Cura software and find your printer. Okay, once Cura opens up, it's going to ask you to update the software. Do not update the software. This profile only works for version 3.2.1. All right, so just close both of those off and always ignore them. Now you go into your settings, and then from settings you want to go to add printer. drop down to other and scroll down, and you'll see it, the mini Delta in a selection. And you'll see the profile update right on the screen. It'll go to the same build plate, and showing, you see that around with the indicating edges. From there, your printer's ready to go. You can print wherever you want. But what I suggest you do is actually go to Thingiverse, find yourself a Benchy, whatever one of your choice. Just go to Thingiverse, type in Benchy. I'll put the link in the description of one I'm going to use. But download your Benchy, load it onto the SD card, and test out your printer and see if you have any issues. For some reason, the Benchy I selected was a little bit larger than needed to be. So from there, you can just select scale and adjust the Benchy to the correct size. And then if you select move and just set all the settings to 0 down the line, it'll drop and it'll be flush with the base. Once you have it to the right size, the software is going to slice it. And if you look in the lower right hand corner, it'll give you the option to save the file to your SD card that you have plugged into your computer. Once the file is saved to the SD card, you just take it over to your printer, and let's do that so we can go ahead and get this printed. So now that we went through the entire setup process, we went online, we got our Benchy, and we have it loaded on here with the correct Cura settings. Let's go ahead and load the SD card in and see how things turned out. Just want to make sure you can see it here, get it in focus. All right, so we're going to go through the exact same process. We're going to go into the print, center key is select, and then we're going to go into the, right here, into the file. Select the file, and it's the moment of truth. So once it warms up and it goes down and does a 3-point test and it starts print, we're good to go. And everything is set up correctly and have really good prints from there. Alright folks, the print is done. Let's see if I can get this puppy off. This thing in here is pretty good on here. I recommend when you do use this printer, make sure you turn on rafts. I didn't do that with this print, and you're going to see how tough it is to get it off without using a raft. See how much it took? This one snapped right off. Alright, let's get some of the stringing off of here. This is the first time I printed this Benchy. I usually go with the other boat. I just wanted to try this little boat out to see how it looks. I've printed other Benchies on this and they turn out just fine. This one seems to have a lot more stringing in it. It could be the filament too. It's my first time printing with this filament on this printer. And first time printing actually in general, but if you remove all the stringing, the detail is actually really good. It has all the little lines left from the deck, the little windows, the ladders. So I'm going to come up close. I said this is the profile. It comes preloaded on the SD card. That's the detail there. And This is the Benchy I grabbed off a Thingiverse. Right here. So like I said, it's my first time printing this Benchy. There's a lot of stringing, but if it focuses in, you can see it has all the the little ladders, all the decking, the little window. Like I said, besides the stringing, this print came out pretty good. And to put things into perspective a little bit, I'm gonna grab other prints that I printed off this profile besides the Benchy. I printed this Spider-Man. And I've actually showed this on one of my older videos. This skull. This Bender. Alright, so that's how you set up your Monoprice Mini Delta. Please, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below, and like and subscribe for more. As always, have a great day.